The reason the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines squabble amongst themselves, because, there's always that kind of bantering going on, is that they don't speak the same language. For example, the simple phrase like secure the building. Well, the Army will put guards up around the place, because they're kind of overzealous like that. The Navy will turn out the lights and lock the doors. Yeah, because they don't really give a shit. The Air Force, well, they'll take out a 5-year lease with an option to buy. And the Marines, they'll just kill everybody inside and make it a command post. They'll just make it.
Man, I got to make tough decisions.
Yeah, right. So, a sergeant's philosophy. I give a lot of credit to sergeant's philosophy because, without the NCOs, the non-com poops, as we call them, there wouldn't be a military. Without the non-coms, there wouldn't be a military. So the company commander and the first sergeant who were in the field, as they hit the sack for the night, the first sergeant said, "Sir, look up in the sky and tell me what you see." And the CO said, "I see 1,000,000 stars." And the first shirt says, "Well, and what does that tell you, sir?" Well, the CO says, "Astronomically, it tells me there's 1,000,000 of galaxies and potential billions of planets. And theologically, it tells me that God is the great. And if there were we're small and insignificant. And meteorologically, it tells me that we'll have the most beautiful day tomorrow. And what does it tell you? What does that tell you?" And the first sergeant says, "Well, sir, it tells me someone stole our tent."
That's funny.
Yeah. So we have these little isms, and we call it shit through the eyes of the military. And an Army grunt stands in the rain with a 35-pound pack, 15-pound weapon in his hand, having marched 12 miles, and says, "This is shit." And the Army Airborne Ranger stands in the rain with a 45-pound pack on his back, weapon in his hand, and having jumped from an airplane, jogged 18 miles with a smile on his face and says, "This is good shit." A Navy SEAL lies in the mud, 55-pound pack on his back, weapon in a hand, after swimming 10 miles inshore, crawling through a swamp, running 25 miles at night, past enemy positions with a grin on his face and says, "This is really good shit." And a Marine up to his nose in stinking bug-infested mud in the swamp, 65-pound pack on his back, weapons in both hands, after jumping from an aircraft at high altitude into an ocean, swimming 12 miles to shore, because he's a crazy mother like at that point, killing several alligators to enter a swamp, then crawling 30 miles through the bush to assault an enemy camp saying, "I love this shit." And the Air Force NCO sits in his easy chair in an air-conditioned carpeted office in front of the computer saying, "My email is out. What kind of shit is this?" So, yeah. So true. In any case.
Roger that.
In any case.
Hoorah.
We all have these cases where we all have these kind of vehicles, though. We all share the same kind of vehicles. So during training exercises, this lieutenant's driving down the mud and backcountry roads, which we've all done, no matter if we're Air Force, Navy, or, Marine Corps, whatever. And we've all done it. And we driving down this muddy road, encounter another car stuck in the mud with a red-faced colonel at the wheel. And we've all said the "here's your sign" moment. "Your Jeep stuck in the mud, sir?" asked the lieutenant as he pulled alongside. "Nope," he replied. The colonel coming along, handing him over the keys. "Yours is." Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's cute.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Good to be the king, huh?
It's good to be the king, yep.
Flag great? Absolutely. Your Jeep is.
And then you also have these moments where you get these things where you get to talk to these guys, you get to come in and get their physicals done. Here, get this medical part, and you get to talk to these guys, and they get to tell you about their jobs, and they get to tell you about how they feel about things, and you get to deal with civilian contractors or people that, work for the military, and they tell you about their job or what they do or how they handle things. You know, they get their psychological profiles. So one of the things that we find out is how they react to like bugs and snakes and animals and things like that. So there's this profile thing on here of how people react to snakes. And it's called a profile called Reaction to Snakes. And you would be surprised. So a civilian is classified runs away from a snake screaming. A paratrooper lands on and kills the snake. Armor, a person driving an armored, vehicle, runs over a snake, giggles, and looks for more snakes. Why? Because, obviously big, vehicle's bigger than he is. An infantryman look at the putty cat. Come here, kitty. Ouch. That's not a putty tat. Army Aviation has GPS to the snake, can't find the snake, back to the base, crew rest, and the club, some kind of drink, called the snake. A ranger plays with the snake, then eats it. A second ranger assaults the snake home, secures it for use by the friendly snakes. Mm-hmm. MI, military intelligence, which we all know is an oxymoron in the military, analyzes all the available intelligence, national asset, put it in the reptilian situation, reports sighting of Godzilla to National Command Authority. JAG advises the snake on the rules of engagement and the law of war as it pertains to the snake in the defensive posture. Mm-hmm. Here's one. Quartermaster captures the snake, applies a national stock number to it, implements a found on installation or FOI procedure, picks up the snake on a property book, has the company commander sign a hand receipt for snake green, one each, as a not expendable unit property. The chemical corps starts to gas the little booger, then realizes that there's an M18A2 respirator especially made for snakes, remembers that the chemical corps motto, or the UTRW bag, or up their rear with bugs and gas, conducts the 3 experiments that have been strictly prohibited by the Clinton Treaty of 1999. Oh yeah, these are actual military stuff here. The Navy SEAL expends all ammunition, several grenades, and calls for naval gunfire to attempt to kill the snake. The snake bites the SEAL, then retreats to safety.
And dies.
Right. Artillery kills snakes, but then processes the kill several hundred civilians with a massive TOT with 3 FABEDs and support the mission, and considers the success as all participants, cooks, mechanics, and clerks, and awarded silver stars. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Marine Recon follows the snake and gets lost. Then there's the Pathfinder person, guides the snake elsewhere. Mm-hmm. Oh, and here we go. Now the Air Force is finally involved here. The Air Force fighter pilot misidentifies the snake as a Russian Hind helicopter, engages it with missiles, and the crew chief paints the snake on the airplane. And the Air Force pararescue wounds the snake in first encounter, then feverishly works to save the snake's life. Mm-hmm. And the Green Beret makes contact with the snake and builds a rapport, wins its heart and mind, and trains it to kill other snakes. Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Well, in the Marine Corps there, Endora, we kept it real simple. We used the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid kind of thing. We'd kill the snake, and if anybody wanted to know if it was poison, we sent it over to the Navy for autopsy.
So, a boy named Sue.
Oh, yeah.
A guy was telling us about a girl, Sue, who disguised herself as a man and joined the army. But wait a minute, said a friend. She'll have to dress with the boys and shower with them, won't she? Sure, said the guy. Well, won't they find out? The guy shrugged. Who's going to tell? And why do rednecks make good soldiers? This is a letter. Dear Ma and Pa, I am well. Hope you are. Tell brother Walt and my brother Elmer the Marine Corps beats working for the old man Minch by a mile. Tell them to join up quick before maybe all the places are filled. I was restless at first. You got to stay in bed till nearly 6 a.m. So I like to sleep late. Tell Walt and Elmer, all you do before breakfast is smooth your cot and shine some things. No hogs to slop, feed to pitch, mash to mix, wood to split, fire to lay, and practically nothing. Men gotta shave, but it's not so bad. They get warm water. Breakfast is strong on trimmings like fruit juice, cereal, bacon, and eggs, but kind of weak on chops, potatoes, ham, franks, dried eggplant pie, and other regular food. But tell Walt and Elmer, you can always sit between two city boys that they live on coffee. Their food plus yours holds you till noon. When you get fed again, it's no wonder these city boys don't walk much. We go out on route marches with the platoon sergeant. They're not long walks to harden us. If you think so, it's not my place to tell him. Different. A route march is not far from our home mailbox. The city guys get sore feet, and we all ride back in trucks. The country's nice, but it's awful flat. The sergeant here is like a school teacher. He nags some. The captain, he's like the school board. The majors and the colonels ride around in a frown. They don't bother you none. This next will kill Walt and Elmer with laughing. I keep getting medals for shooting. I don't know why. The bullseye's as near as a big chipmunk and don't move. And I ain't shooting at you like the Higgert boys at home. All you got to do is lie there and all comfortable and hit it. You don't even load your own cartridges. They come in boxes. Be sure to tell Walt and Elmer to hurry and join before the other fellows get into the setup and come stampeding in. Love, your daughter, Gail.
Hey, that's good.
That's cute.
Speaking of shooting, encloses $200 towards a barn roof and Ma's teeth. The city boys shoot craps, but not very good.